All right, so we are here and it is Thursday, October 1st. We have a great WOD for you today. There are a couple moves I'm going to demonstrate. While you're getting set up, you only need one dumbbell, and then you have to make a decision on a cardio option. So if you have a machine, you can use that to row, ski, or bike for cows. You can do a jump rope or a penguin clap, or burpees as your cardio option. And then you just need one dumbbell or kettlebell. For the warm-up, I am going to demonstrate just 3 moves. We've done them in the past, or variations of them, but just to make sure that we are on the same page for the warm-up, we're doing 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. One is our dumbbell American style swing. And we're doing this because we're doing a devil's press, and it's sort of in between a swing and a snatch. So when you have your single dumbbell, you'll be holding it vertically, and we're going to be coming and swinging it up and just going into that snatch position. And so it doesn't have to come all the way out. You can kind of keep it closer to your body. And then we're going to switch hands. And that's going to lead into an alt dumbbell up down devil's press. So we have done alternating devil's presses on here. The up down means that we're not touching our chest to the ground. So we're just going to go down into our jump back into our plank, feet come up, and then from there we're going to go right up. And then we'll switch hands, come down, plank, hands up, devil's press. So we're eliminating the push-up portion of the devil's press, essentially. And then last one is the close grip push-up. And so depending on what you're using, ideally, you can put both hands on the bell or on your dumbbell. You can put them both on the ground. Sometimes these are, you don't have to have your hands totally touching. Sometimes they're called diamond or heart-to-heart push-ups. Or if you're using a kettlebell, you can have the kettlebell down and rest your hands on the bell, and you come down, touch your chest, and come back up. And that'll really work inner pec there. So just some things to play around with. You could also, if you have a box or a bench, scale by bringing yourself up onto the box or the bench. So that's an option for you as well. Everything else we've done before. So just take a second to get everything together. I'm going to get the clock together. We're doing our 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We are going to start with your cardio option. And we're going to go in a few minutes here, or a minute probably. All right. I think I'm going to burpee today, because we didn't do enough yesterday. All right, everyone good? Great. So we're gonna go with our cardio in 10 seconds. Nice warm-up pace, just starting to get the body loose. In 3, 2, 1, go. Halfway. Taking a nice, easy, steady pace to get started. 3, 2, 1, rest. Now we're going into our regular up downs. So we bring our hands to the ground, jump back into plank, jump our feet up and stand up again. In 3, 2, 1. So our hands are going down, jump back into a good plank, feet come up, stand up. think about tight core. Don't let your belly sag. Don't let your hips or your glutes get too high into the sky. Nice straight plank. Straight as possible from shoulders to ankles. 10 seconds. All right. Now we're going to do that one arm swing. So you're going to grab your dumbbell or kettlebell, and we're going to do 20 seconds just on one arm, on the right arm, and then we'll switch halfway through. 2, 1, go. So swing it back. And again, kind of a halfway between a snatch and a full kettlebell swing. Keeping it kind of close to the body, all the way up on top. After this one, switch hands. Feeling it in my hamstrings from all those kettlebell swings yesterday. And stop. And now we're going into that alternating up-down devil's press. So you will switch hands on the way down and reset. And then you'll send it up, switch hands on the way down. 3, 2, 1. So you go down with the weight, jump back to plank, feet come up, all the way up, switch hands. Resist the urge to do a push-up. I almost went into one by accident. Rest. Now we're going into a goblet tempo squat. So if you're using a dumbbell, you want to hold it vertically by the bell. If you're by the top of the head. If you're using a kettlebell, by the bell or the horns. And we're going to go down. 1, 2, 3. We're going to hold. And then come up slowly. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, hold. Move side to side a little bit, mobilize ankles and hips, and come up. Going down, 3, 2, 1. And again. And rest. Now a shoulder to overhead. So you have a few options. You can do a regular strict press without movement. You can do a push press where you dip and drive it. Or you can jerk and come underneath it and stand with it. Just gonna do right arm. You might practice a few reps of each, depending on what weight you have and what movement feels good. One more on this side, switch arms. Maybe do 3 strict or 4 strict. And then work in the push press, just a little dip drive. Get some momentum. And then a few dumbbell jerks. Okay, now we're going to go into our close grip push-up. So again, you could use the floor, you could be on the kettlebell or your dumbbell, or if you have a box or a bench next to you to raise up. Hands are on the bell. Lower down, touch your chest. Come up. These also put more tension into your triceps. Make sure your elbows stay close and go back to your rib cage, close to your rib cage. Two, one, rest. And last one, it's gonna be a Russian twist, no weight. And normally we'd keep our heels up, but in the workout, we're gonna keep them down, so we can keep them down here. And we're just gonna clasp our hands together and just go side to side, touch and turn. Make sure your shoulders are turning with your hands. Try and keep a nice straight back, don't round too much. And twist at the hips. All these movements are going to be part of our Tabatas and the WOD. Two, one. All right. That is our warm-up. So, what do we have for a workout today? We're going to go into a strength portion, and we are going to do 3 individual Tabatas here. And Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Just posted everything into the chat of work for 8 rounds. So a total of 4 minutes of work. We're gonna stick with one move the entire time. So this is for quality. We're not scoring this. We're just really trying to think about quality of movement and trying to keep the same number throughout. So it's no good if you come in and do 15 on the first 20, but then you're only doing 3 by the time you get to the last set and wasting the 20 seconds. We want to keep moving throughout the 20 seconds. So pace yourself, think about your reps. The first Tabata is going to be goblet squats. So choose a weight that is good for you to use. We're just going to go 20 seconds on of goblet squats, 10 seconds rest, 8 times through. We're going to take 2 minutes off. So I'll preview, but the next move will be the push-ups, and then our last move will be a weighted Russian twist. So take a moment to get whatever weight you want to use for that. I'm going to get our clocks set here, and we will go in about a minute or 2. And anytime, if you have any questions while we're going through, feel free just to fire them off. So if you think about numbers wise, if it's 8 rounds, then you're doing 8 reps every 20 seconds, that's about 64 reps. So think about that as you're choosing your weight. A little sip of water. Good to go? Yep. Okay. We're going to go with goblet squats. And we are going to go in 10 seconds. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. 8 rounds. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, rest. Make sure you're getting to depth below parallel as much as possible. Think about keeping your back upright. Go. Hit that number. Two, one, rest. So now we want to try and hit that same one. Keep going. 2, 1, go. Rest. 3 down. Whew. 3, 2, 1, go. Rest. Halfway. Really work on as you're going down. We don't want our back to round. So good form all the way through. Go. Having flashbacks to the deck of cards workout from last Friday. Nicole and I had a bunch of goblet squats right in a row. 2, 1, go. You're still hitting your number. You're doing a good job. 2 more sets. 2, 1, go. Good. Coming up on the last round. Here we go. Hit that same number that you got on round 1. And rest. All right, 2 minutes of rest in between. And we're gonna go next into our close grip push-up. So again, hands on the bell, sides of the dumbbell. Could make a diamond or almost a diamond on the floor, or use your bench or box to get you upright. If you didn't get a chance to watch Beth on YouTube, October has been dubbed Squat-tober. So we will be squatting in one way, shape, or form every class. And when she programs any snatches or cleans, ideally we're gonna add that squat component to them. Whew. All right, grab a sip of water. And get the clock set for a repeat here. Got a minute left. Get set up for your push-ups. These are going to get a little spicy. Most likely. These are the ones where I really have a tough time matching round 8 to round 1 usually, despite the push-up being one of my favorite movements of all time. We got about 30 more seconds of rest here. Woo, couple deep breaths, get your breath under control. 20. And we are starting in 10. 3, 2, 1, go. I just like to come to my knees here and just kind of get a little stretch going in between sets here. Go. Rest. Same thing, 2 down. Try and keep hitting that number. 2, 1, go. Good. Make sure you're holding good form. You want to keep a tight core there. We don't want our back bending or our butt going up or sagging. 2, go. Whew, starting to get hard. That was halfway. Hang in there for the second half. 1, go. If you're on the bell, think about squeezing that bell, or on the dumbbell, think about bringing your hands together. 1, go. Woo. 1, rest. Starting to trail off. That was 6. 3, 2, 1, go. One more round to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1. Woo. All right. I fell off by a couple of reps by the last round there. Going into another 2-minute break. And then last round, whoo, that's a little bit of work, but you're going to be feeling that later. Last round, we're going to do weighted Russian twist with our heels on the ground. So pick the right spot, pick the right weight. Got 90 seconds. Let's catch our breath, grab a sip. Woo! 4 minutes of work, and we just crushed our chest. Whew. All right. This is the last round of Tabata strength coming up. About a minute left. And we're setting up for that Russian twist. Just slowing down our breathing, getting our heart rate a little down again. Whew. About 30 more seconds. Y'all are doing great so far. After this, we move into 2 5-minute EMOMs of continuous work. All right, and we are going in 10 seconds, Russian twist, weighted with heels on the ground. In 10. 3, 2, 1, go. Turn your torso all the way. Rest. I want to try and keep that pace in the next 7 rounds. 3, 2, 1, go. Five seconds. All right, 2 down. Now you got your rhythm. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, 1, and rest. That's 3, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Halfway. Whew. Feeling it in my biceps here a little bit. 2, 1, go. Keep working that rotation, turning those shoulders. One, rest. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, 1, rest. 2 more to go. You got this. Hang in. 3, 2, 1, go. Push through. Two, 1, rest. Last round. 3, 2, 1, go. 5 seconds. Woo! Well done. All right. Let's catch our breath again. I'm going to take a second and post the WODs in here into the chat. So, what are we doing here? We're doing a 5-minute EMOM of 8 of the alternating dumbbell up-down devil's presses. And then the remainder of the minute, you max out on your cardio, whether it's cows or burpees. Should have about 30 seconds to do that. When the minute timer goes off again at the next beep, you just go right back into the devil's press. And so it's going to be continuous work. So the weightlifting or the devil's press should take about 30 seconds to do 8 and 8. If it doesn't, or 4 and 4, I'm sorry, 8 reps total. If it's taking you longer than that, you could scale back to 6. If you're finishing 8 in 20 seconds, you could scale up to 10. You want about 30 seconds to do the cardio. And then you're going to keep doing that cycle the whole time. So we're working for the straight 5 minutes. This is a short time domain. But you want to pace yourself, obviously, because you don't want to be smoked after the first minute and then just be staring at everything. Okay, so the second round, we're going to do shoulder to overhead in the same way. So just think about your movement, think about your weight that's good for you. The shoulder to overhead, we're doing 10 reps. 5 on each arm, okay? And that's gonna be the second. So we're gonna have a 2-minute rest in between those 2 5-minute workouts, okay? So take a moment, we're gonna still catch our breath a second, get a sip of water, get a towel ready, get your weight ready, whatever your cardio is gonna be, and we'll get cruising in about a minute, all right? So I am devil's press. Looks good. All right, gonna try a little something here too. See if I can pull this off. A lot of moving parts today. All right, this is a short workout. I'm probably not gonna stop and do too much coaching. You all have done these moves and you look fine doing them in the warm-up. So if I see anything, I will stop and let you know. But otherwise, I'm gonna keep working along with you here. So again, this is the up down. You're doing 8, you're changing in between reps. And think about keeping that weight close to you as you're going up.
First one only goes to your shoulder, right?
No, this goes all the way up. So just to recap, we're going all the way down, jumping back, coming up, between and swinging, and then switch and come down and come up. And as I switch hands, just like when we do a kettlebell swing, I hike it in between my legs and bring it down just to protect my back and keep that momentum going. So 8 of those, 4 on each side, and then max cardio. In this case, I'm gonna do burpees, and then you keep going after that. So we are going in 10 seconds. Here we go. I'm gonna try and get a little music going for us too. In 3, 2, 1, go. That's 30 seconds. Cardio all the way to the end. Three, two, one. Back to devil's press. That's 30 seconds. Into your cardio. Five seconds. Back into your devil's press. That's 30. Hang in there. Right into your cardio. Ten seconds. Two, one. Back into your devil's press. This is minute 4.
I went to the moped store. What's up? The salesman's like, what up? What's your budget? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said, I got the one for you. Follow me. Ooh, it's too real. Calm down, man. I don't need no shit. Banana seat, I can't be on 2 wheels. 800 cash, it's a hell of a deal. I'm headed out.
That's 30. Right into your cardio. Keep moving. 1 more minute left. 3, 2, 1, and devil's press. Cardio. Seconds. Hang in there. 2, 1, time. All right. Woo! We get a 2-minute break here. All right. Woo, catch your breath. That gives you an idea what kind of pace you need. Woo! So now this round, we're doing shoulder to overhead, 5 and 5. Oh. And then same thing with your cardio. Woo! Ooh. All right, about 1 minute left. All right. So again, you have 3 options for shoulder to overhead. You could strict, you can dip, drive, and push jerk, or push press, I'm sorry, or jump under and stand up with it for a push jerk. And if you switch during the course of the rounds, that's fine. If you start with one and then you decide you need to use one of the other ones to keep going, totally cool. Trying to hit about that 30-second mark again to give us 30 seconds to do our cardio. And the goal is to keep moving. So this is everyone for 5. And we are going shoulder to overhead, 5 on each arm with cardio every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. And we are starting in 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Into your cardio. Three, 2, 1. Back the shoulder to overhead. Adjust your reps if you need to. I'm going up to 12, so 6 on each arm. Into your cardio. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Back to shoulders. Lock it out all the way on top. "30 seconds. It's cardio. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Minute 4, you got it. Right into your cardio. And 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And back to your shoulder and overhead. Last round. That's 30 seconds. Hang in for your last round here. Hang in, 5 more seconds. Another rep or 2. All right. Whew. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's catch our breaths. And plenty of time for a little mobility, movements. We'll do 5 minutes total. I just need a second to get my wind together. Shoulders are on fire right now. Whew. Whew. We could just do a couple of, just to slow down our breathing. Let's just go ahead and start butterflying our arms, little Michael Phelps style. Swing them, I'm rotating them out as I'm coming back, and then just crossing them up and over. That rotation really helps hit some of your lower pec, and obviously going in and out is getting all through that center pectoral as we were working on our chest today. Let's just kind of spread our legs, go down, come back up with a deep breath in, and then exhale it down. Same thing, breathe in, exhale out, breathe in, exhale out, breathe in. This time just kind of fall over and hang. And we're gonna kind of elephant up, swinging our trunk back and forth as we slowly roll up the vertebrae. Oh man, that feels good. And then let's get a little dynamic stretching going here. So we did these before. We're gonna do that forward fold, the walking hamstring stretch. So we're gonna bend over. We're gonna leave our knees slightly bent. Our feet are turned out slightly. And we're just gonna walk our hands from side to side. Keep a slight bend into the knee. My toes are pointing to about not quite 10 and 2. Just, you can drop the head Just walk it side to side. Feel that into your hamstrings. Really feel that stretch coming out of your tailbone as you reach towards the ground. Oh. Hamstrings are on fire. About 10 more seconds here. Y'all did a great job today. 2, 1. Let's go into a dynamic hamstring stretch, or quad stretch rather. So we're going to pull on our right leg and lift our left hand into the sky, bring it up, drop it, and just step to the other side and do the same thing. Really trying to get my knees in line with each other, bringing that heel towards my glute, reach into the sky with that opposite hand, and just stepping back and stepping in, pulling up on that foot, reaching to the sky. When you reach up, suck your belly in so you don't overarch your back. Keep a tight core all the way through. Good stability. Just keep going back and forth with that. Now we're going to get on the ground and do one of our pancake complex. So we're down, and we've done this before a little bit, but we're going to stretch one hand and just kind of lean over our side. Come up, reach to the middle, come up, stretch to the other side, reach over and twist, come up, middle, up, over to the other side, twist and reach, middle, you get the idea. Hit that range of motion and then come up. So just doing some dynamic stretching. Each time you hit it, you can try and go a little bit deeper. This is helping our back here a little bit, as well as our hamstrings, our posterior chain. And then we also want to get our chest and shoulders. You've done this with me before. It's the scorpion shoulder stretch. So we're down on the ground. Right arm is out. I'm picking up my left leg and putting it over my body, pushing with my left hand into that shoulder and chest. And you can play around with the angle of that right arm. So my right arm is straight out right now. And I actually moved it a little bit up above 90 degrees so that I'm really feeling the stretch between where my chest and shoulder connect. My left foot is flat on the ground and my hips are perpendicular to the ground. Just breathe here. Could have the head turn a little bit. We'll be here a few more seconds. 1, roll out of it, and then we're going to switch and go to the other side. So I'm sending that left arm out now, stepping over with my right foot, pushing with my right hand, adjusting the angle of my left hand so I get the right stimulus in the stretch. Right foot is flat on the ground. Actually squeezing through my right glute to give myself better alignment. And it doesn't take much here. I'm not really putting a lot of pressure with my right hand, just a nice twist. And breathing, again, you could look up a little bit to add to it. You could roll out and roll back in if you need to, adjust your arm in a different position. 10 seconds here. I'm steaming. 3, 2, 1. Great, just come on up onto your knees and just shake it all out one last time. We did it, another week in the books, folks. Great job. That was a lot of movements, a lot of different parts. You all did great. You should feel great about the effort you put in, as always. And I'm glad you took the time to join me here this morning on a nice, cool Thursday. in fall.
Well, I'm going to be in North Carolina the next 2 weeks, so I'm hoping you'll have this class so I can.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Unless something majorly goes wrong, we'll definitely be doing. I look forward to it every week.
My brother.
Okay.
Great.
Well, enjoy.
All right. Make sure you bring at least a kettlebell or a dumbbell with you.
I'm going to. Yes.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all next week.
Okay, bye. Have a good week.
Take care. Yep.